everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, then welcome to my channel. My name is Cristin, and I upload videos 3 times a week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button down below to stick around and see what's coming up next on my channel. So today's video is inspired by someone I like to watch here on YouTube. Her channel name is Blondie Brand. Her name is Justine. I'll leave a channel link down below. She did the Halloween tag the other day, and I thought it would be fun to do. I was not tagged for it or anything. And being this close to Halloween, I think you guys will be watching this on Halloween. I don't think I'm going to tag anybody, but if anybody wants to do it, I will leave all of the questions down below. So, again, Justine's video will also be linked down below. So let's go ahead and get started. So question number 1. Chocolate candy or fruity? This really just depends on what mood I am. Of course, if it's like that time of the month, I'm all about the chocolate. But I don't know, like other times of the month, like I would prefer something more sweet and juicy. So it just kind of depends. Number 2, witches or vampires? I think I have to go with vampires just because I really like any of the vampire shows on TV. I loved Twilight when I was in high school, read all of the books multiple times. I was a Twihard fan. Vampire Diaries was really good. I've seen True Blood. Now I'm watching the spin-off from Vampire Diaries. The Originals, I think is what it's called, so definitely have to go for vampires. Question number 3, trick or treat? I think I'm gonna have to go with treat. Pranks can be fun and they can be funny. I myself, I'm not any good at doing pranks. Like no, I'm awful at pranks. I'm awful at jokes. It's not something I'm any good at. And then for me to enjoy a prank or a trick, it would have to depend on what it is. Because sometimes you see pranks that are really mean and would, like, personally I think would like make the person cry. Like the ones where somebody's sleeping and they like wax off their eyebrows or something. Like, not only would you cry because it hurts, but like your eyebrows are gone. So I don't know. I think I would stick with treat. Question number 4, Halloween party or scary movie? And my question is, why not both? I used to go to Halloween parties when I was in high school, and typically there was a scary movie involved. We would do both, so both. Number 5, skeletons or zombies? Oh, I don't know. I like The Walking Dead, so I guess we can go with zombies. But for decorating, I think I'd go more with like skeletons, like the skulls and stuff. I think those look pretty cool for decorations. But to dress up, like for dressing up, if we're talking about that, I don't know, I think either way could be pretty cool, but probably skull or skeleton for dress up. But for movies and fictional things, definitely zombies. Number 6, trick or treat or hand out candy. Now, I trick or treated from the time I was like a little thing until I was 12 or 13, and then from the age of like, I don't know, 11, 12, 13, 14 time frame, I was like, I'm too old for trick-or-treating. And so I'd still dress up, but I would stay home and pass out candy. And then when I was about 14, 15, my friends, I found out, were still trick-or-treating. And they invited me to come with them. And I was like, heck yeah, I want to come trick-or-treating if everybody else is doing it, because, you know, I thought we were supposed to be too old for this. So I stopped doing it because I wanted to be cool and not look like a baby, but everybody else is still getting candy. I'm gonna come get some candy. That being said, now that I'm an adult, I do like passing out candy to the trick-or-treaters. I think it's a lot of fun. Fun fact, since I've moved out on my own, I have never once had trick-or-treaters. When we lived in our apartment and when we lived in our trailer, I bought candy both years and nobody ever came. So last year I went to my mom's house and helped her pass out candy, and I just brought candy over there. And no, I'm sorry. Last year we saw our son, so we took him a couple places trick-or-treating, just some people that we know because he was so little. He was like 4 or 5 months old. The year prior to that, I went over and helped pass out candy at my mom's. And then this year, he's old enough to go trick-or-treating, so we'll be back out trick-or-treating again this year. Number 7, Hayride or corn maze? I have to go with the Hayride. I think Hayrides are so much more fun. I've been on haunted Hayrides before. Those are great. Here the past couple of years, this year, last year in particular, there's a pumpkin patch that we like to go to, and they do a hayride where they like ask you all these farming questions. I don't know, it's kind of fun. They make a game out of it and you have to guess, like, I don't know. I don't even remember the questions. I'm completely drawing a blank right now, but it's like farming related, like, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. I like corn mazes okay. We did one this year, we did one last year. I always did them growing up. They can be fun, but I feel like if they take too long and you get lost in the corn maze, like, it gets aggravating. Because it comes down to the point, if you're good with directions, which I'm decently good with directions, where you're like, screw it, I'm parked in the parking lot, which is south of here. If I just go south through the corn, I'll get out, you know? Or in some places like this year, the corn maze went right up to an empty field. So there's only like one or two rows of corn and you could see the empty field. And it's like, screw it, let's just like walk out of here, you know? We didn't, but there comes a point where you're just kind of aggravated and over it if it just goes on too long because you get lost in the corn maze. So definitely gonna go with hayrides. Number 8, scary costume or a funny costume. I don't think I've ever done a scary costume. I also can't say that I've ever really done a funny costume either. I've always done like cats or princesses or girly things. I think doing a scary costume would be fun, but I definitely think it takes a skill set to do the makeup right unless you're gonna wear a mask, in which that case, no thanks. Masks that cover your whole face, I don't like those. I've tried them on. They like make me feel claustrophobic. No thanks on that. Number 9, pumpkin seeds or pumpkin pie. Well, when it comes to carving a pumpkin, I'm totally down for taking the seeds and baking those because they're good. But when it comes to taking the puree out, that's a lot of work. I'd rather buy it canned. So I think both are great. For this time of year, I'm gonna vote for pumpkin seeds because pumpkin pie makes up Thanksgiving dinner. So pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving, pumpkin seeds for Halloween. Number 10, bottle feed a baby zombie or walk alone through a dark forest. I think I'll walk alone through a dark forest. I've walked through a lot of forests growing up. My dad was an avid hunter and I went with him quite a bit, so I'm no stranger to the woods and being in the woods. Realistically, I'm probably the creepiest thing out there or the scariest thing out there, you know? So I'm not too worried about being out in the woods. Of course, it would be totally creepy, but I think I'd be okay. Number 11, bats or black cats. Well, I hope this answers that question. Always black cats. Number 12, pumpkin spice or hot chocolate. I'm gonna have to go with hot chocolate. I'm not a fan of coffee, and I have tried the pumpkin spice lattes, and I don't like them. I don't like them because they're coffee and it just doesn't taste good to me. So not a fan, not a basic white girl. No. That being said, I do like pumpkin spice flavored other things. There's an ice cream place in town that does something that they called a blizzard. It's like the Dairy Queen Quakes, but it's pumpkin spice with vanilla ice cream. And it has like cinnamon toast crunch and whipped cream, and it is very, very good. So if we're talking ice cream, I will definitely take some pumpkin spice ice cream. So question number 13, final question. Celebrate in your neighborhood or celebrate at the mall? And again, I say why not do both? If both are happening at the exact same time, then we're gonna go to the neighborhood because that's just, it's more fun. I don't know, it's tradition. I feel safe in our neighborhood. Well, not my particular neighborhood, but my parents' neighborhood. So trick or treat in the neighborhood. But in my town, a lot of times, they try to host other Halloween events, not exactly on Halloween, though there is quite a bit of trunk or treating that goes on. For anyone who doesn't know what that is when, typically a church will get together in the parking lot and people will decorate their cars and they open up the trunks and they have candy in the trunks of the car and kids come around and they trunk or treat. So a lot of churches will do that on Halloween, and that's definitely a really safe way to go because you definitely know everybody, especially if it's your church, obviously. But A lot of things in my town they try to do not on Halloween. So for example, the local college is doing an event tomorrow night that we will be taking my son to, which is Friday. It'll be Friday, October 27th. And then on Saturday, there's a town Halloween party. And then after that, my in-laws church has an event going on. I think we have something going on Sunday. And then there's actually Halloween on Halloween. So my city tries to plan around so that everybody can come to everything. But hi Peppers. I like black dogs too. So that's everything for this Halloween tag. I really hope you did enjoy. If you feel like answering the questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below if you don't want to make a video yourself. But if you do want to make a video, come back and let us know in the comments so we can go check out your video as well. Otherwise, I hope you did enjoy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and stick around for our video later on this week. And I will see you guys in my next one.